Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Etude House soft drink tints. I picked these up because they have been on my wish list for quite a while, especially, oops I dropped them, especially this one which is BL601, which is the milk soda I think is what it's supposed to be called. I've seen so many people who really love this product, and obviously the packaging is very cute. They are tiny little soda bottles. So I decided to pick them up because at the moment they are $3.91 on Roseroseshop, with the exception of the milk tint, which has its own separate listing, which is almost $5. So obviously this is the most popular one, and it has like a totally different formula to the others. So I don't really know what is going on there, but they looked super cute. Soft drink bottles, so adorable. So yes, I had to pick them up eventually. I think these ones came out like at the start of this year, so I am very late in picking them up, but we got there eventually. So for these tints, the product description says, soft drink tints make the lips look refreshing like a burst of soda, and that's about it. So the packaging of these products is obviously so pretty. It is a very small soda bottle shape and they come in this sort of hard plastic. The lid is a little bit frustrating because it is very hard to hold, and if you've got big fingers it's kind of even hard to open. My hands are not big and I had a little bit of a struggle with just like gripping the top and opening it and then holding on to it because it is so tiny. If you have long nails, I found it even more tricky to hold on to because you can't actually grasp the top. There's nothing to hold on to, so you kind of have to use flat fingers, and I don't know. I found it a little bit tricky. You might not. That's cool too. There are 5 colours in the collection and it has quite an interesting colour range. I think that the most interesting for me is definitely the clear one, which is the milk soda, because this does give like a nice little pink finish on the lips, and it is incredibly tasty as well because these are all scented and they, you know, smell very interesting. My least favourite smell is the grapefruit one, which is OR201, but I really love milk soda, and I also love the red one, which smells like cola. Oh my god, it smells so good. I wish I loved the colour, but it's okay. Then we have Zero Red, which is an orange toned red that tastes and smells like cola. My lips are too stained to do a gradient, and no, I will not cover them with foundation. Not because the foundation annoys me, but I didn't do any of the other swatches with yellow coloured lips, so it's going to affect the colour regardless, and at least my lips are pink coloured to start with, so now they're just a different kind of pink. So that is what it looks like as a gradient. It is pretty poor because obviously the rest of my lips are stained. So the whatever that is, I will do a full lip cover now. Luckily I saved the darkest to last, and that way it actually covers over the staining. Holy moly, how lucky I am that there's only one dark colour in this range. And this is what Zero Red looks like. It's not my favourite red because it is so orange toned. I feel like it's quite off. For me, I don't really like orange toned reds, but I do think that the colour is really pretty nonetheless, and it tastes and smells like Coca-Cola, which I really like. I'm a huge like taste and scent person, even with cosmetics, so it is delightful to me. So this is Zero Red. Next we have Grape, which is a purple colour. It is more like a purple toned pink when you put it on. My lips are quite stained, by the way, so the gradient will be a little bit, you can definitely still see it because it's a lot darker, but the gradient will work a lot nicer because my lips are already stained. So that is Grape with the gradient. And then this is what it looks like as a full lip colour. It's not my favourite because I feel like it still looks purple even though it is pink. It just doesn't, I mean, it looks really terrible with the eye makeup and everything at the moment, but I just think it's not the colour for me. Definitely not a favourite, although the grape taste is quite nice. So this is Grape. The next shade is called Peach Tok, which is a pretty light pink. I'm not sure why this one is peach, or it's called peach, and the other one that actually looks peach is called grapefruit, but I didn't name them. So here's what it would look like as some sort of gradient. I feel like this pink isn't quite dark enough to do a proper gradient with, so it just kind of looks like I've applied it very sheerly. So let's apply the rest of it. And that is what it looks like as a full lip cover. I feel like this one is a really pretty pink, but it does look very similar to the pink that I have from the Etude House Ice Cream Dear Darling tints. That lightest pink that they have, I think that that is a really similar colour and a really similar texture. I feel like they are very much twinning. But this is a totally different texture to the milk soda. This one is kind of like very, very lightweight on the lips. I can't feel it when I touch them. It feels just like a generalized tint, just like the rest of the colors do as well. Just like a milky, watery tint. So this is shade Peach Tok Tok. Then we have Grapefruit Fantasy, which is a really nice sort of peach color. I kind of wish this one was the peach scented one, but that's okay because I hate grapefruit. Ugh. So this is what this one would look like as a gradient. Again, it's not the best sort of color for a gradient because it is a little bit too light, but it does work, and it would probably work better if I did this over my whole lips and then a darker color on the inside, but it still works. So this is what Grapefruit Fantasy looks like on my lips. I hate the taste of this one. It tastes like toilet cleaner, and not that I've tasted toilet cleaner, but it tastes like the smell of like a citrus cleaner of some sort, and I do not like it. However, I do really like the color. I think that the color is so pretty, but the taste and the smell is too much for me, and it is a lingering taste and smell as well for at least an hour, so it's not my favorite, although I think the color is beautiful. So this is Grapefruit Fantasy. So milk soda is a clear gloss, and that kind of turns to a pinkish color. It is so tasty smelling. Ugh. So it has like a little bit of sparkle, but not enough that you can see. Basically, it's just a clear gloss with a little bit of tint. It's kind of like one of those, like it's going to, you know, match your skin's chemistry and make a unique color. Probably not one of those sorts of things. But honestly, it's a really, really nice feeling tint. I don't really think it's a tint. It really does feel like a gloss because it's thick, it's sticky, and it tastes delicious and sweet. So I think it looks a little bit pink, but mostly it's just really comfortable on the lips and tasty. So this one is called Milk Soda. So for these tints, they definitely have some pros and some cons. Some of the cons for me, or the bad things, is actually the packaging, because it is a little bit too fiddly for me. I think that it is really cute and they would make a really nice little like decorative pieces, but I wish that the top was more functional. I do honestly, it's not that I struggle so much that I can't use it, but I know when I used them when I had short nails, it was a lot easier, and as my nails have grown over the past like month, it's become more difficult to hold on to the lid, because honestly, if you're gripping the top and your nails are long, then it's going to hit the top. I don't know. You either are going to like it or you're not going to like it. I don't love it, and that's just my personal preference in terms of packaging. And the same with the colours. I really wish that I liked all of them. The only ones that I'm really on the fence with are actually the red and the purple. The purple, I'm sure, for obvious reasons, although it does smell delicious. The red, I really want to love it because I love that cherry sort of flavour, but I don't like how orange the red is on me personally. I wish it was more like a proper red, like a blue toned red, but the other two colours are quite cute. I don't mind the little grapefruit, although I hate the smell and the taste, and the pink one is quite nice. I quite like that one, to be honest. It's like a peach smell, which is really strange. Although this is really similar to the ice cream tint that I already have from Etude House. It's a very, very similar colour pink. They're not the most inventive colours in the world, but I think that they are nice. The other con that I have for these ones is that they don't last that long. I feel like for a tint they should last a little bit longer. I can get usually about 2 to 3 hours wear out of them. I do really need to reapply properly if I am eating or drinking, because I do find that they wear quite a lot, even around the outside of my lips, which is again quite a shame, because they would be a lot easier to reapply if I didn't have to use a mirror. So that would be less of a con if I could just sort of swipe some on the inner lip and then be done with it. But I do feel like these ones are harder to maintain. But the pros for these ones, the packaging is cute. Like, you have to admit that as annoying as I find it, I think the packaging is adorable. The colour range, although a little bit boring, is still nice. There's nothing that's really hideous to me, which is good. And they smell and taste really nice. So I feel like the entertainment for these ones is really, really high, but they're not necessarily the easiest or most user-friendly products. So for these tints, I will definitely be keeping a couple of them. Most definitely I will be keeping this little one, the Milk Soda, because it is my favorite. But I will not keep all of them just because I don't have any room for everything, to be honest, and some of them I no, I probably won't get much wear out of. But I would recommend them for someone who's looking for something that has a really cute and unique shape, as well as being scented and tasted. That always goes down really well with most people, so that is quite a big draw. But otherwise, they are good products, just don't expect them to last all day long. Thank you guys so much for watching this review, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!